Okay, so I am going to kind of skim the surface of what DeBono's six thinking hats are. If you want to know more or like think about a particular project that you are doing, I'm going to kind of go at this at more of a secondary mindset. I think that some of the conversations you can have, especially in a high school, are really cool when it comes to DeBono's six thinking hats. So I'm going to introduce the hats and then I'll tell you how they pretty much fit into design thinking. So basically, what these hats are, it's a way of thinking. And it is also to kind of put yourself maybe uncomfortable of a color that you might not typically live in. So when I'm thinking about it, if we are solving a problem or we are looking at a solution in a problem, the white hat is wanting to know all of the facts. These are my data people. These are like, okay, what information do we need before we can move forward with this solution? Red hat, how are people going to feel? Or even if I think about when it's the empathize stage of like, what is this problem making people feel? This red hat is using this gut of, well, I know we have these two possible solutions. My gut is telling me that our first one is probably our best one. Black hat is the one that's hard for me sometimes. It is cautious and pessimistic. You wear the black hat to poke holes in things. So, okay, so this is our solution, but here's all the things that are wrong with it. A, it costs millions of dollars. B, I think it also creates these other issues. Yellow hat is positive. This is why our solution is going to work. This is why it's going to happen. These are all the benefits of it. Green hat is especially great when it comes to the ideate stage or the brainstorming stage. It's where you get to be really creative. This is kind of like really perfect when you're coming up with solutions, being very inventive of like there's no wrong answer. Like how could we creatively solve this? What's a new approach we can use? And then after we're creative, sometimes we do have to put the black hat on and okay, you had five really creative solutions, which ones don't work. Let's put our black hat on and now let's put our yellow hat on, like which one does work. And then that blue is the organization of how is this going to happen. It's a process. How are we going to get there, or how did the problem begin? And so basically what would happen is if I'm in the empathize or define stage, I'm trying to get a better idea of the problem I'm trying to solve. If I'm trying to get a better idea of the problem I'm trying to solve, I probably need to put on the white hat. I need to be a fact finder, need to know about the problem. I need to put on my red hat because I need to empathize. I need to understand what people are going through. And then that's where it might even be, I don't know that you might have a way that we could use the blue hat, but I'm just talking out loud. I don't see one. So in the ideate, that's where it's really cool to put on that green hat. And then we'd also use the yellow and the black here as well too after we've used the green hat of like, okay, let's narrow down all the solutions that we had. What are all the problems? What are the benefits? And then there could be fact finding of like, okay, so this is your solution, but what all do we need to know before we can move forward? The blue hat is really great after we have our solution of like, okay, what's going to be the process? You're doing this, I'm doing that. Like, let's put it down. Let's get our plan and our blueprint ready. And then I also loved. In the prototyping and testing stage, it might be kind of cool to have students, as somebody might be presenting their solution, they could have different hats throughout the room that someone's going to kind of poke some holes in the solutions that their classmates came up with. Someone might be the white hat, where their job after someone's presented a solution of asking a few more questions to clarify. Red hat is going to be thinking about how people are going to feel in that solution, and yada, yada, yada. So that's kind of where the six thinking hats can fall in line, and ways that I've used that in design thinking. If you kind of are like, I think that'd be kind of cool for just a class discussion, get a hold of me and we can kind of brainstorm and put on our green hats, and come up with something.